Hey guys, you're always on VDXReviews.com. You're watching our retro review look back at the Kodak Easyshare V530. This is actually a 5.0 megapixel camera. That's interesting because instead of using Kodak's own lens, they actually utilize a Schneider Kreuznach lens on here that comes in with a 3x optical zoom and a 5.0 again megapixel sensor. So it's very interesting. Even back in the day, this was kind of a mid-range device, not a high-end device, mind you, due to the megapixel count, but it was a very sturdy device and a very quality device, as you can see from the build. It's made entirely out of metal instead of plastic. There's a little bit of chrome trimming around the edges, but overall it looks like a very classy piece of kit. It also comes in pink as well as black. So it comes with, again, a very premium build quality. And back in the day, it retailed for around $200, so it was also a mid-range to slightly higher-end consumer-based camera device. What was interesting about this product is also came with a dock out of the box, which is interesting. You can put it in here to charge it as well as to sync information via a PC. It comes, of course, with the rechargeable lithium-ion battery pack. So once the device is sitting in here, sorry, I've got it backwards, like so, you can actually view back images via the LCD screen and also to sync information to a computer. There are a few image selections here to basically to take all your images and put into your PC via the Easyshare software, as well as to print images as well. There's also a charging indicator LED to tell you when the charging has been completed. The back of the device of the dock also features a dedicated standalone DC charger if you don't want to connect to your PC, as well as a PC connector. And overall, the dock is definitely a nice touch, and it's easy to use also as basically a photo viewer. So if you want to use it as a photo frame, maybe a very small digital photo frame, it also worked to display images next to your desk, which was kind of nice. As far as the screen was considered, it was also pretty good at the time. It had a 170-degree viewing angle, which was definitely good, and the resolution and brightness were all pretty decent to be seen. However, it's a very huge scratch and fingerprint magnet, so it's very easy to get gritty and dirtied up, so that's unfortunate. Otherwise, we have a very traditional set of navigational settings, including a 4-way navigation toggle and OK button on the left-hand side, and also delete and menu keys. On the right-hand side, we have that symbolic and iconic share key, which is in all Easyshare devices, and also in review. Also, a zoom bar is on the top of the device. We really like the brushed aluminum finish. One thing that we didn't like was how the speaker grill really resembled a grip part of the camera. So whenever you're holding it to take an image, your hand will be naturally inclined to go here, and that would be an issue because that would cover up the sound if you're recording video or playing back video. The top of the device features a host of selections, including, again, the aforementioned 2-stage camera shutter key, a flash icon, as well as a camera on and off key, a mode to take images, to record video. These are separate buttons, which we really like, unlike some devices with a scroll wheel, which can get a little bit tedious, and also a playback key, which are very easy and tactile to press. Now, the chrome finish we are fans of, but unfortunately it is a huge fingerprint magnet, so it tracks fingerprints again like crazy. The left-hand side device features a full-size SD card to expand the memory up to 2 GB. It does not read any larger capacities, unfortunately. The site actually cites that the device can record up to 80 minutes of MPEG-4 video, which is actually pretty decent. Not HD by any stretch, but of course the main selling point is the photo quality, which is excellent, even in today's standards. Because you can't really measure photo quality just by megapixels alone. You have to really measure it by the sensor, and Schneider Kreuznach lenses tend to be one of the better ones in the photography industry for consumer-based devices, so this is certainly no exception. The front of the device also features a xenon flash for taking images and a grip area for you to put your hand on, and also a LED for taking self-portraits. The bottom features a tripod stand, as well as that aforementioned dock connector. Now, the bottom here is actually, you need to remove the screws, which we've already done, to show you where the battery sits. One complaint we did have about the rechargeable battery is that it's difficult to remove once you put it in here. So I know that you have to charge the device with the battery inside, but some cameras, again, charge the battery by taking the battery out in order to charge it. This is not one of those. There isn't like any connections or any doors for you to take the battery out. It's very tightly in there in the middle, so in order to get it out, you really have to kind of stretch your hands and pry using your fingernails, which can be, a tedious task indeed, and it's difficult overall to just get the battery out, which is something that's of a disappointment, especially if you replace your batteries after it dies after a while, like our replacement battery here, which was difficult to get in and out. So overall, this is a pretty interesting device. Of course, we still have some sample shots we will be posting on our website, but that's just a very quick retro look back at one of the earlier Kodak collaborations with Schneider Kreuznach back in around 2007, 2008, and it still works pretty well today, and it takes pretty decent shots. And yeah, that's just a Kodak Easyshare series V530 5 megapixel camera with dock connector. And as far as the lens, you can see it's an f2.8 to 4.8 lens, which is pretty wide angle, 36 to 108 millimeters also for lens, so it does have that capability. And the device also supports QuickTime video formats for recording video, which is also pretty nice. So again, pretty interesting device. This originally retailed on Target as well as on Amazon.com. You can still find it online for around $30 to $40, which is fairly inexpensive in today's standards. Thanks for watching here at OS and VTXReviews.com.